Welcome to Liverpool Report, your go-to for daily Liverpool FC news, transfers and match updates. If you're a true Red, hit subscribe and join the family. You'll never walk alone.
Just when it looked like Federico Chiesa and Marc Guehi were heading out of Selhurst Park, the story has taken a dramatic twist. Despite strong interest from Arsenal and Liverpool, the Crystal Palace duo may actually stay put this summer. Why are the big clubs holding back? And what could this mean for future transfers, including shock links to Real Madrid and Barcelona? Federico Chiesa and Marc Guehi have not ruled out staying at Crystal Palace despite interest from Arsenal and Liverpool. The Eagles pair were expected to be on the move this summer after the club lifted the FA Cup last season. Arsenal were eyeing the England winger as a potential wide recruit despite the signing of Noni Madueke from Chelsea. Meanwhile, Liverpool put Guehi on their shortlist as a potential replacement for Jarell Quansah, who completed a £35 million move to German side Bayer Leverkusen earlier this summer. Despite the pair having suitors, it is not guaranteed that they depart. According to The Sun, Palace have not received any firm offers for either Eze or Guehi, and they are in no rush to cash in on either. Guehi has just a year remaining on his contract at Selhurst Park, and it looks more likely that he could leave for free in just 12 months' time. And should he do that, it could potentially open the door to moves to Spanish giants Barcelona and Real Madrid. In the meantime, Eze could also remain in South London despite Arsenal's interest. The wide man is interested in a move to the Emirates, but the Gunners are not yet prepared to activate his 68-month release clause, which could see them move on to alternative targets. Fresh developments over Eze and Guehi's stances are at odds with Chairman Steve Parish's approach last summer after he claimed he was shocked that Eze remained. He also underlined his willingness to do business with the Premier League's big hitters. I was really worried from a club point of view of losing Michael and Ebbs in the same window, and we didn't have in Ebbs the interest that I thought we would have, Parish told Sky Sports News. I was astounded, genuinely astounded. I mean, the guy's just an outstanding footballer, an outstanding person, he added. We want to be selling to the top clubs, or to clubs like Newcastle, who've got great aspirations and have recently been in the Champions League. So we have to manage all of those things. We won't get really great young talent to come to us if they think they're going to be stuck. We want to be playing in the Champions League, Parish said. The reality is we don't right now. That's what players want to achieve in their career, and we respect that, and we respect the fact that sometimes we're going to be a pathway to that. Federico Chiesa is rumoured to be considering a move back to Italy before the summer transfer window closes. A surprising transfer request has emerged from the Liverpool star's homeland, which could have significant implications for the player's future on Merseyside. Liverpool acquired Chiesa, 27, from Juventus for £12.5 million, marking Arne Slot's only signing in his inaugural summer as head coach. He agreed to a 4-year contract at Anfield, but his first year was marred by injuries and difficulty securing regular Premier League playtime. As a result, the Italian international concluded the season with just one league start, a 3-2 loss to Brighton after the title had already been secured, 14 total appearances, 466 minutes of playtime and a mere 2 goals scored. Chiesa has since participated in the summer 2025 pre-season matches against Preston North End and Stoke City, the latter being a closed-door event, before it was announced that he would not be joining Liverpool's tour of the Far East. This was officially attributed to a new minor injury issue requiring evaluation, but during the weeks the Reds were away, this situation only served to stoke further transfer exit rumours, reports the Liverpool Echo. One such rumour that surfaced from Italy in late July suggested interest from Atalanta. Sport Italia reported that the Serie A team are willing to pay $12 million towards £10.4 million, with Liverpool covering 50% of his salary. However, the deal can only proceed after Atalanta's sale of Ademola Lookman, with the club hoping to secure $43.6 million, $50 million guys from Inter Milan for the ex-Everton star. Yet talks have stalled, with Gazzetta dello Sport, among several sources, reporting a rejected £39.2 meters, $45 million offer. Lookman has now dropped a bombshell, accusing his club of blocking a transfer and confirming he has submitted a formal transfer request. On X, he penned, "Over the past 3 years at Atalanta, I've given absolutely everything, not just as a footballer, but as a person. I've always worn the shirt with pride and tried to represent this club and the city of Bergamo with heart, passion and dedication. I came here with the hope of helping this special club grow, and together we've created memories that will stay with me forever." Winning the Europa League and standing shoulder to shoulder with my teammates that night in Dublin, celebrating with our fans, was one of the proudest moments of my career so far. It still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. Atalanta, and especially its supporters, have become a part of me. This place has felt like home from the moment I arrived, and I've always tried to repay that love, even in moments where things haven't been easy behind the scenes. That's what makes writing this so hard. I have loved every moment, but feel that now, after 3 wonderful years in Bergamo, it is the right time to move on and experience a new adventure. There have been numerous clubs approach Atalanta in the past, and I have previously always stayed loyal. However, myself and the ownership of the club have been in agreement that now is the right time, and the club were clear with me that if a fair offer came in, they would allow me to move. Despite now receiving an offer in alignment to what I believe had been discussed, sadly, the club are blocking the opportunity for reasons I do not understand. As a result, and after many months of broken promises and what I feel has been poor treatment towards me as both a human being and as a professional footballer, sadly I feel I have no choice but to speak out for what I believe is right and feel that enough is enough. I can confirm I have now handed in a formal transfer request. Even throughout the extremely difficult moments I've endured, many of which have remained private and confidential, I have always tried to put the club, the fans and the team first and hoped it would not get to this. But I unfortunately feel there is now little choice. To the fans, the heartbeat of this club, I want to say this. I'm truly sorry it's come to this. I hope you can understand this incredibly difficult situation. It's simply about standing up for what I believe is fair and right. The support you have always given me has been incredible, and the bond we have created together is special. I hope to work together with the club to find an amicable solution for all parties as soon as possible. With love and gratitude, Ademola. It remains to be seen whether this development will affect Lookman's potential departure from Atalanta, as the Italian side could either stand firm or buckle under pressure to offload their unsettled star. Liverpool may well be keeping tabs on the situation should Chiesa become the target of Lardea's attention as they hunt for a replacement. After last season concluded, Chiesa himself confessed he was content to remain at Anfield. Nevertheless, he also acknowledged his interest in potentially returning to Serie A. Discussing transfers, he said, "That's something to think about during the summer. My family, my agent and I have a great relationship with Liverpool, and the goal is to be ready for the pre-season. We'll find the best solution for everyone. I work every day with a Liverpool programme to be in top shape for the tests on July 8th. While out of the squad at Juventus, I was able to train in great condition, but I missed playing friendlies. I had to start from scratch at Liverpool, and that held me back. I hope next season it's my season. My dream is to participate in the World Cup. I played and won a European Championship. The World Cup would be the best." Newcastle legend Alan Shearer has spoken out, and he's not angry about Alexander Isak's potential move to Liverpool. In a revealing chat with Gary Lineker, Shearer admitted the transfer window's been a disaster for the Magpies, but says if Isak wants out, Newcastle should cash in. With Arne Slot pushing hard to bring the 23-goal striker to Anfield, Shearer says it might be time to say thank you and goodbye. What does this mean for Liverpool's chances? Let's break it all down. This is Liverpool Report. Newcastle legend Alan Shearer has aired his grievances over Liverpool's chase for Alexander Isak in a WhatsApp group with Gary Lineker. But he isn't irate about the situation and thinks his old team should sell the forward this summer if he wants out. The Swedish striker, who notched 23 goals in the Premier League last season, made his desire to leave known to Newcastle last month. He skipped the club's pre-season tour in Asia and subsequently opted to train with his previous club, Real Sociedad. Arne Slot and his title-winning Reds initially made an informal approach to the 25-year-old, followed by an official $110 million bid last week, which was promptly turned down. Rumours suggest the club's asking price is around £150 million. Nevertheless, Magpies icon Shearer still feels as though Isak will soon wave goodbye. On the Rest is Football podcast, where Shearer appears alongside co-hosts Micah Richards and Lineker, the Newcastle great spoke candidly about the club's summer dealings and the Isak situation, reports the Liverpool Echo. "We've had some of your frustrations on our group chat over the last few weeks," began Lineker, prompting Shearer to disclose his true feelings on the matter. "I think up until now it's been a disastrous window for Newcastle," began Shearer. "They're probably going to lose their best player, one of the league's best centre-forwards, if not the best. But I'm okay with the situation. I thought he might have stayed for another summer, and then this would have happened next summer. But it is what it is. If he can't be persuaded to stay, then if someone offers Newcastle what they want, then they've got to take it, because ultimately you just say, 'Thank you very much for the great memories you've given us,' and off you go." When quizzed by Lineker on whether Isak's absence from Newcastle's pre-season tour and his conduct regarding a prospective transfer had sparked any resentment, Shearer firmly responded, It's football, Gaz. I'm not angry at all towards him. I understand how football works. I know what happens in and around the game. I probably understand his mentality. Do I like it? Do I understand it? Probably two different things, but I know what football is about and how it works. Obviously, Liverpool has been on to him and his agent. I just thought it might have happened next year. But if it really is impossible for Eddie Howe to turn him around, you get your big money for him, you get other people in, hopefully before, and then you move on. No individual is bigger than any football club, and if he doesn't want to be there, fine. Get what you can and get him out and say, thanks very much.